आओ जरा हंसने रोने सोने पल सारे दीवारें कोने सोने एक बेवजह बेतुकी सी कहानी में अपने भी किरदार होने सोने बातों के मतलब ज़रूरी नहीं हो लफ्ज़ या लफ्ज़ ज़रूरी नहीं आंखों ही आंखों में एक दूसरे के हम आओ ना सपने सलोने सोने चुपचाप बैठे हुए ख्वाब हैं बेचैन हैं थोड़े बेताब हैं अंदर कहीं जो भी सैलाब है जाते करो बातें करो बैठो कभी साथ मेरे भी दो बातें करो बातें करो.
Hello guys, on this episode today we are going to have some Baatein Karo sessions with the talented Vayu. Thank you for joining us today at Midday, Vayu.
Thank you, Sylvie, for having me.
Most welcome. And my first question would be, you started with graphic designing and advertising.
Yeah.
How did you make that shift from that to music?
I never realized the shift actually happening. I never realized that I moved from one thing to other. From the beginning, it was always about creating something. I always loved doing creative stuff. So when I was graphic designing, it was a medium for me to express. While doing graphic designing, I realized that my medium is kind of restricted. So I went on to learn audiovisual communication in Pune. I did that, and then I worked as a promo producer as well. So while I was doing that, I was also writing songs. Like I have been writing songs since I was a child only. So it was like side thing which I was always doing, and I was always interested in writing songs. But when I came to Mumbai and I'm working as a promo producer, I got chances to release my song with people. And once the song thing started happening, I've been doing more and more of songs. But I want to do a lot of other things as well. But songs is what is happening right now the most.
Okay, and how has your journey been like? Like, as a lyricist, as a composer and a singer?
So as a lyricist, when I started, I moved to Mumbai in 2009. And 2010, my first film credit was out. Like, as a lyricist for this film called Run, in which Amitabh Bachchan was one of the actors.
Yeah.
So I was quite excited. So that kind of gave me all the chills that, like, wow, you did a film. You just moved to Mumbai and you have done a song for a film in which Amitabh Bachchan is there. And it was much appreciated. Ram Gopal Verma was the director, and he personally called me and congratulated me, and he told me that he'll give me more songs to write. So at that time, I was not thinking that I'll be doing songwriting as my prime thing, but it just happened that I went on writing songs. People kept me asking to write more songs, and I then got so busy doing songs only that I put everything aside.
But then you enjoy it the most, right?
I loved it. Like I only the reason I do it because I enjoy it. So as long as I'm enjoying it, I'll keep doing it. The day I stop enjoying it, you'll be seeing me doing something else.
Why don't you tell us about your musical inspiration and your creative discipline as an artist?
Although I was doing graphic designing and I learned some of the visual studies as well. I did some filmmaking के बारे में पढ़ाई की मैंने सबके बारे में पढ़ा मैंने.
Back in Symbiosis?
Back in Symbiosis, apart from that also, and at many places I went on learning for films. But I don't know why, but towards the writing I was more inclined. Towards the songwriting I was quite inclined. And I don't know, I always say this, that Gulzar Sahab has been the greatest inspiration for me anywhere. Or anybody who tries to write like that, I follow them very closely. So songwriting is something that I was always drawn towards. So how you use just the words to express so much, to bring so many emotions out. And it's just words, little words, not even a whole story. It's just a little words who, in one line you will be expressing so much. Is that that kind of moved me. So I wanted to explore this, I wanted to learn this, I wanted to do more of it. And thankfully I was able to do some, not as great as Gulzar Sahab, but somewhere I was able to express myself too.
So he is your inspiration?
He has been my inspiration, and he's a filmmaker as well.
Of course.
So I would love to be a filmmaker like him, but I don't know when.
You started writing songs from quite an early age. Tell us about that. How old were you when you started?
So I think I wrote my first full song when I was in 8th standard.
Okay.
Like, how old would I be? 13, 14?
12 to 13.
So I used to write poems. I tried poetries, and शुरू में पोएम्स लिखता था तो घर वाले ऐसे डायरी निकाल के भरे महफिल में मेरा मजाक उड़ाया करते थे कि क्या लिख रहा है ये. तो and you learn from whatever you hear, whatever you read. And I
Got
was
it.
listening to a lot of songs. My parents were like totally into music, and they would listen to all kind of music. So all kind of music was playing at my house. Jagjit Singh and all was also playing. So film songs were also playing. Some English songs also इधर उधर बजते रहते मेरे भाई की वजह से. तो मैं सब कुछ सुन रहा था. तो वो करते करते मुझे अचानक तो नहीं कहूँगा, लेकिन मुझे भी शौक आया कि मैं भी कोशिश करूँ लिखने की. तो आई थिंक वहाँ से शुरू हुआ. और जब मैं स्कूल में आया तो मैंने पहली बार परफॉर्म किया अपना खुद का बनाया हुआ गाना. फिर कॉलेज आया, फिर वहाँ पे अपना खुद का बनाया हुआ गाना परफॉर्म किया. तो लोगों ने चढ़ाना शुरू कर दिया कि भाई यार तुम तो करो, तुम तो करो, तुम तो करो. तो मैं करता गया और फिर बॉम्बे आया तो यहाँ पे हो ही गया.
Vayu is a name which it's like a pen name for you, if I can say that. But your
Yeah.
actual name is Vaibhav Srivastava. So how did that come to Vayu?
No, it was always Vayu. Like when I was born, they called me Vayu.
Okay.
My mama gave me this name.
Okay.
And when my father went to get me admitted in the school, at that time he realized that Vayu Srivastava doesn't hold as much weight, so he wanted a more weighty name for me. So he gave me Vaibhav right there in front of this thing. The principal, the father, whoever was writing, I don't know, I was too young to remember. But Vaibhav was given to me later. Vayu was given to me earlier, and everybody who knows me in my college, in my school, even the HOD of my college would call me Vayu only, and they would not remember that I'm called Vaibhav.
Like nobody could recognize as Vaibhav but Vayu.
Yeah, that's just happened, and I'm quite happy about it. Like in my class only there were 2 more Vaibhavs, so I was like, okay, I can just be Vayu here.
So if I don't know if I can say this, but you know, back in those days, you know, when you mentioned you people used to listen to Jagjit Singh at your place. So maybe at those point of time on at that period, maybe Jagjit Singh kind of a singer might have been an English singer of his age. He was a different personality altogether. But is it right to say that?
I would say Jagjit Singh was a rock star. Jagjit Singh, I like. Have you seen his documentary? It's on Netflix, I think Prime. I don't know where it is, wherever it is. But you should watch that documentary. This guy, Jagjit Singh, like I don't look at it like even if you're singing ghazals or you're singing a rock song or you're making are you into jazz or whatever you are, it's just one of the way you express your art. You know, like even ghazal can be an expression. The way you express your art is what ghazal is. You cannot like, and I see a lot of people doing that. What they do is they associate a personality with the art. They're very two different things. So even when I'm listening to Jagjit Singh and Jagjit Singh is doing ghazals and they're serious stuff, Jagjit Singh as himself was a very cool guy, is what I know of him. Okay, I've never got a chance to meet him. Even in his ghazals, if you listen to his ghazals, they're not very difficult ghazals if you look at it. His singing is not very difficult to, you can imitate that singing. You can sing like that. Like if you listen to Mehndi Hasan Sahab or Ghulam Ali Sahab, they have very different kind of presence. They have more gaiki towards it. Jagjit Singh had more expression in his whatever he did, and he used to compose his own. He sounded like whiskey, man. He was so smooth. This guy was so smooth. So there was something that Jagjit Singh, since beginning, I never looked at him like a very ऐसा बंदा नहीं मिले कि मैं उनको देख के डरूं. It was always ghazals became friendly to me because of Jagjit Singh, I guess.
Okay, but on those lines, you know, the times have changed. There are so many indie singers around and bands around us right now. And do you think indie artists and independent music has a bright future in India with the coming time? You know, with the coming of the Gen Zs and everybody.
Right now it is. Right now is the time. There was a time when you had to have a label backing you for you to release a song. Now you don't need anything. You just need like 3,000 rupees a year you have to pay. That's it for any platform like DistroKid or anything. And you can just be an artist and start posting your songs there. And you don't have to do much. You just have to make your songs and put it out there. And like you don't even have to promote as much. You may do some initial promotion if you want to spend some money, but if people like you, they will find you, and they like one song of yours, they'll look for many songs of yours, and then things will do. So this is the right time for you to actually. But there's a lot of crowd also happening, but there are many talented people who are releasing their stuff right now. So I think this is the best time.
So which indie artists have you been following the most right now?
See, I follow many people, but I mean, I won't name anybody from India right now.
Okay.
I'll say Sajjad Ali has been. I've been following him since my childhood. Okay, not childhood, like my school time. Sajjad Ali is somebody, and his songs. Recently, his song Ravi got very viral.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Sajjad Ali, I find he's a Pakistani artist though. Apart from that, Ali Sethi also. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm naming all the Pakistani people only right
It's
now.
famous Kasuri song artist.
Yeah, yeah. But Sajjad Ali is somebody who I have been following since childhood, and he has sometimes disappointed me with the songs that he has said. But most of the songs, his songs are the way he sings it. The like Ravi, people are listening now. I heard it earlier, and I used to love that song. There are many other songs of him which I love. Like there's a song Lagaya Dil. That's a brilliant song. There are many songs of his. So that's who I follow. And in the latest ones, like the new breed that has come out, there are many, but I don't know. I won't be able to name one because मेरे अभी दिमाग में सोचो मेरे 7-8 नाम गूंज गए. So I don't know, but there are many who I actually admire. There are
Okay.
many.
And what do you think works out in the favor of these indie artists or bands? Like what's working out for them to survive?
Good content is all that works out, I guess.
Okay.
You have to keep your content simple. You have to keep your content relatable. But having said all that, you just have to be honest. So whatever you create it with honesty, and as long as you're creating it with honesty, you'll find the takers. And once you find one taker, you'll find many takers.
True.
But you have to be patient and you have to keep putting out your song. So ऐसे कई बार होता है कि somebody who has done a song now will become a hit 2 years later. But let people have that liberty.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, there needs to be the freedom for the indie artists to reach out and so that the people like they are able to reach out to the people and the listeners, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So I would want to ask this: the song Mascara.
Hmm.
You got the idea. I was going through an interview and I was reading some articles where you mentioned that the Mascara was a song which was your idea, right? But why didn't you sing it?
I don't know. I mean, somebody asked me that. I sang it to Paresh once,
Yeah.
and he quite liked it, and he said that, "Can I sing it?" I said, "Okay, you sing it." I mean, I'm not too attached. There's some songs I'm very attached to. Like there are few songs which are coming out in my voice, and hopefully this year they will come out. They're in my voices. I wouldn't give it to anybody to sing. But I don't know. At that time, it just happened that I sang, and this guy liked it. So I said, okay, if you like it so much, you can sing it.
And tell us about the story behind your songs like Baatein Karo and Tohfa.
Every song comes out of some experience in life, like something that would have happened. Obviously, that is how every song comes out. Baatein Karo I was in Delhi when I made that song. I was with Rajarshi Shonnal, who is the guitarist of this band called Farid Kot. Uh, I was there when I made it. So it was just a holiday. छुट्टी के दिन ऐसे ही बना लिया बैठे बैठे वो गिटार ठीक कर रहा था गाना आया and I started singing and I wrote it. Tofa I did while I was in lockdown. I was
Okay.
sitting with Manohar, this guy, another guy who was a guitarist who was playing guitar, and I started humming. And then we made the song. I sent it to Sony कि ऐसा गाना बनाया, and they said yes, let's do it as the next single. मैंने कहा wow, then let's finish it and do it as the next single. So ऐसी कोई खास story नहीं है, but yeah, like if you look at Tofa, what it says कि तेरा तोहफा हूँ या मैं सजाऊँ, वो dilemma जो होता है. तो lockdown में तो क्या था ना, बहुत समय था आपका सोचने के लिए. So I was always like thinking about one thing or other. So thinking about all the everybody I'm connected to, everybody I know also. So the thought is it's a self doubt का गाना ना. It's like it's saying कि am I a gift to you or am I punishment to you? So I guess so everything comes out of personal experience. It may not be the immediate personal experience. It may not be like something happening recently, but must be back out in your mind. And many times songs, like you never know what the seed of a song can be. Like the way I work, I don't play any instrument, so I don't work with chords and everything. So I don't decide a chord and then I make a song. If I'm walking on the road and somebody is shouting and he's shouting in a tune,
Yeah.
or he's saying a certain word, if it gets stuck in my
If it
head,
clicks you, then
then I have created many songs out of that as well. So that is how.
so what I can think of right now is that the song Baatein Karo and Tohfa are products of lockdown and a holiday. And most of your songs, like the way you work on it, are your experiments.
Yeah, I like to experiment a lot. Thank you for mentioning that word. Like, I always try to make a different song from the previous one.
Yeah.
Like, and I hate formulas. I absolutely hate formulas. So for formulas, I leave it to others who will collaborate with me. What my stuff is, I try to
Sing
innovate
and write.
innovate
Compose,
as
yeah.
much as possible.
You didn't used to write a lot of romantic songs, but then you gave us songs like Baatein Karo and Tofa.
Okay.
But what is it like?
So I was not very. I was never say that I was great with writing romantic songs because I was not listening to many romantic
Mm-hmm.
songs except ghazals. And ghazals are not just about romance. They're much
But
deeper
yeah,
than that. They're about the meanings. They're about they're about the misra and kafiya more
exactly.
than
Yeah.
anything else. Ki, what is the thought that is being put there? So that is how my brain got programmed in a way of writing where you have more of the meaning to whatever you're writing, and not always the romantic songs would have the certain meanings that I want to convey. So I was writing all sort of songs. The first song that came out, Upar Upar and it was वो तो नशे का गाना है. So, but romantic songs, I was not trying enough only. I think I was not putting myself much into it. But I think Bate Karo and Tofa just happened because I was feeling it. Or maybe for that matter, with Shumangal Jada Saudhan, the first time my romantic songs came out, like which were about love, like for example, Mere Liye Tum Kafi Ho and
Hmm.
Raak. Raak is something. When I wrote Raak, that song from Shumangal Jada Saudhan, I actually cried writing that song. There's another song in Shumangal Saudhan also, Kankad. That
Yeah.
also made me feel very heavy when I wrote that. Now, if you listen to the song, you'll say, "किसमें क्या feel करने का है heavy?" इसमें कुछ भी heavy नहीं है. But
You got to listen to it.
it came out from a
Yeah.
place where it was quite heavy.
And when it comes to your Instagram posts, it's mostly posts about you writing something. How much time do you spend a day writing?
Every day I have an assignment which I am working on, some writing only. अपने दिल का बहुत कम लिख पाता हूँ मैं दिन में. तो जो जो मैं लिखता हूँ और मुझे लगता है कि ये मैं किसी गाने में यूज़ नहीं कर सकता या मैं कहीं और यूज़ नहीं करूँगा इस राइटिंग को, तो दैट आई पुट ऑन इंस्टाग्राम.
But those are just thoughts that cross your mind, and you could write something about them and you post.
Yeah. I just
But you know
random
what
thoughts.
reach has it led to the people loving, and they wait for you coming out with a post?
I
where
don't
you've
think
written
so. I
something.
don't get as many likes to say that, but yeah, cool. Thank you so much for appreciating it. Many of them are like my songs, which were like which a line from the song. It's something from a song which never saw the light of the day. Sorry. So, but thank you.
And what about the monochrome posts? Most of your pictures, as far as I've noticed, are
Black and white.
black and white.
I don't know. It's
Even
just a
you're
photo.
wearing black right now.
Yeah, black is my favorite color, I guess. But it's mostly about the photographers. They give me black and white photos, so I put black and white photos.
Okay.
No,
And
and otherwise also, if I'm not liking the background much, there's too many colors which are like distracting, and make it black and white.
but
and
black
photo.
is your go-to color.
Black and white, yeah. Black is not a color, by the way. Black is a shade.
Yeah, it's a shade.
Yeah,
True.
black is shade. It's not a shade. It's the shade. Yeah, but I don't know. And black and white has its own mystery and its own beauty.
That's
Don't
so
you
true.
agree?
Yeah. And what about your upcoming projects? What are you working on?
So right now, Vayu and I together are working on Jungle Book. Jungle Book का एक Broadway टाइप का कुछ हो रहा है.
Yeah.
जैसे Lion King हुआ था, Zangura हुआ था, Aladdin हुआ था. तो उसके सारे गाने हम कर रहे हैं. So that's one thing which is one major project that we are doing. Apart from that, there are films songs which are happening. एक दो brand song वगैरह चलते रहते हैं, वो सब तो काम चल ही रहा है. But the biggest thing is that we are coming out with our own songs. मेरे अपने गाने लेके अपने खुद के label के through I'm trying to launch them. So उसका काम चल रहा है right now. It's taking some time, but I hope it will be good. And they are very interesting songs. Like absolutely none of these songs that you've heard of me are like the song which are coming out now.
All right, Vayu, thank you for joining
Thank
us.
you.
It was great having you here.
Thank you so much, Surbi, for having me.
Thank you.
Yes.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.